there, it's Tania Gabrielle, Wealth Astro-Numerologist. Welcome to Star Codes. This is where we look at an upcoming event in the stars and numbers to gauge the frequency, the message. And in this case, it's the Pisces full moon with the sun opposite the moon in Virgo. They're at 7 degrees, and it's a really exciting and beautiful full moon happening right at the end of August. In fact, it's the second full moon of the month. We have 3 lunations in August, which is quite rare. So August began on the 1st with the Aquarius full moon, and now we've reached the second full moon at the very end of the month. So on August 31st, the full moon is exact universal time at 2:35 a.m., which makes it 9:35 p.m. Eastern Time, New York, on August 30th, and 6:35 p.m. Pacific Time, LA, also on August 30th. And of course, you don't need to be a Pisces to benefit from this forecast. We all have Pisces and Virgo, where the sun is. We all have those signs in our astrology birth chart. So somewhere in your chart, this full moon is actually taking place and activating your chart in a certain way. So Pisces is the final of 12 signs, and it governs endings for that reason, culminations, but also things that are hidden as we're transitioning into the subconscious. So it signifies a full life lived, where Aries is the beginning of the cycle and Pisces the ending. And Pisces is hugely imaginative, intuitive, compassionate. Pisces likes to dream, very artistic sign, loving, and there is a sense of everything being merged into one. So Neptune, the planet that rules Pisces, Jupiter being the initial planet that ruled Pisces, these are planets that reach into the beyond, that have the big vision, that there's no border. So Neptune, of course, governs water, and so water is the element that can flow anywhere. Compared to all the other elements, water can reach anywhere. So it's exploring everything and seeing everyone as being part of a whole. Plus, it is all about the unseen, the mysterious, the unknown, and knowing that there's no boundaries set on your creative imagination, your ability to express yourself. So Pisces is also very connected to music and the arts, and your imagination around any Pisces event like this beautiful full moon will feel boundless and limitless as you explore new dimensions and connect directly to source, to the divine. And you just have this trust that everything is good, that everything is all right, that there is a greater force that you can surrender to and trust in. So the biggest surrender here is to surrender to love and accept the truth and understand that Pisces really sees the big picture. And Virgo, where the sun is opposite the moon, sees all the details. Virgo is very meticulous and likes to go into the nitty-gritty, micromanage, really see every part of the equation. In fact, Virgo governs both the microcosm and the macrocosm. And Pisces just sees the grander theme of things. So it basically, you have to surrender with Pisces. You can't then go in and, like Virgo, and take control, but you literally then have to say, okay, it's all up to the divine, to God, to source. So a big theme with Pisces is to always ask, does it resonate with my heart? And to always go into that inner peace. If you feel at peace, if there's no tension in your throat or your solar plexus or your tummy, you know that there is a beautiful harmony and synchronicity to whichever event or decision that you are tuning into. So you always go inside for answers to begin with, and Pisces really reminds you of that. Pisces reminds you to tune in to the galactic, to tune in to the stars, to your guides, and ask for support and protection. So now let's dive more deeply into the aspects. And let me just mention that the Sun in Virgo really emphasizes healing and health and focusing on your daily habits and making changes if necessary. So there's a lot of healing in play always during a Pisces and Virgo event. And the other thing is that Pisces is about dissolving energy, about undoing energy. So in order to dissolve and undo, we must first be aware of the energy that created it and ask for what purpose was it created, and then undo what is not flowing in a purposeful way in your life. So Pisces helps us acknowledge energy that is sourced from unconditional love and undo energy that is not sourced from love. So it's important to be near water to feel nourished and replenished, to allow tears to flow, happy tears, sad tears, whatever tears show up. It's a lovely way. For example, when you laugh, it's an incredible way to be tuned to love. Laughter is one of the biggest gateways into love, and Pisces stands for love. Pisces, first and foremost, is about merging with love and knowing the truth that life is good and that the divine flow never asks you to believe in anything. It asks you just to live and to really feel that life is a blessing. Life on earth is a blessing. So now, very important, we talked about the timelessness of Pisces and no boundaries, flowing. And then for this full moon, we have the moon conjunct Saturn and the sun opposite Saturn. And that really puts boundaries out. You can't, with Saturn, there is always a sense of control and being restricted in some way to not go overboard, to have a plan. And Saturn is about time, Chronos. So you may feel more restricted emotionally. There is going to be emotional commitment at the same time. Your feelings will be understood at a level that brings a lot of clarity and allows you to plan based on how you feel. So there's a sense of, I need time by myself to think this through, to see how I'm going to implement and manifest the strong sense of intuitive insights that I'm getting. How do I actually put those into action in a very responsible way? So there's a sense of persistence and work that's combined with determination, and that leads towards achievement. So that's a very powerful connection with Saturn. Now there are other transits as well. Neptune sextiles Pluto, and that really brings a beautiful connection to Pisces because Neptune rules Pisces, and there's a sense of evolutionary leaps and really unveiling the unseen, being clearly connected to systems and beliefs that are about control over others and seeing them disintegrate through Neptune and through Pluto transform, and creating and imagining a loving, spiritually connected, inspiring approach instead. So that's a big theme that we're going to have all the way through the 2020s, because this sextile between Neptune and Pluto will continue for that amount of time. They're very slow-moving planets. So this beautiful sextile will just keep moving along. Now then also we have Mars trine to Pluto. And so Pluto is very active. Mars and Pluto are the co-rulers of Scorpio, and they create goal-directed energy. So there's a sense of assertion in the middle of this Pisces full moon, which is so much about surrender. There's also assertion, and then with Saturn, there is discipline. So Pluto is asking you to shift internally. Mars is asking you to move forward with what you perceive as needing to be changed. And the truth shall set you free is really the key to these two planets. And then Mars that says, well, you've got the freedom now, please move forward and do something with what you just transformed, what you just realized, it has ended and needs a new kind of new approach, new rebirth. Mercury trines Jupiter as well. In fact, both Jupiter and Venus are active. And Mercury trine Jupiter is absolutely stunning for living a life of joy, feeling your way into joy, laughing more. It's wonderful for just playfulness and being more social. And you're just feeling fortunate with this transit. And then Venus is square to Jupiter. These are the two benefics in astrology in a square. Now, a square usually causes tension, but in this case, because it's Venus and Jupiter, the tension is actually helpful to invigorating you to be very open and generous and feeling like you can share your inner light. The only thing is to guard against this extravagant behavior. Jupiter blows everything up, and Venus can overspend or overeat or overdo things sometimes. So instead, use this energy for friendships, for taking part in fun activities, focusing on harmony, focusing on beautifying your life, and keep spending to a minimum. Remember, Venus is still retrograde until September 3rd, so it's just 3 or 4 days after this full moon. Venus will then station direct. So there's a period also between August 23rd and September 3rd when both Mercury and Venus are retrograde where you just want to lay low. So just keep that in mind. Now, I want to go and look more deeply at the trademark for Pisces and what this all means. So the trademark for Pisces, of course, is love, the love frequency. And humor is part of love. And Jupiter at 15 degrees Taurus, the spiritual alchemist number, creates that wonderful trine to Mercury, which is at 19 degrees Virgo. So there, you sense this expansive sense of humor and laughter being the key to love and freedom. It's very important to feel joy in all of existence. And Taurus and Virgo are earth signs where these two planets are. They symbolize the body. So with the moon conjunct Saturn, the third earth sign is ruled by Saturn, Capricorn. So we have Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo all activated. There's a strong connection to your physical body and learning to work with the wisdom of your physical body. So how do we do that in a Pisces full moon? Well, Pisces reminds you to operate out of your feeling center, your gut, your solar plexus, and believe in every event you create, find opportunity in every situation you experience, and know that opportunity can be disguised as loss. So just always keep that in mind. Pisces is a sign of endings, so there is a sense of loss and endings, and opportunities abound and are disguised in those moments. Now, the solar plexus, the physical part of your body, is where you hold your power. It's the center of your body, and it is where you emit power to the world. You also perceive the world through your solar plexus because it is both the feeling and physical part of your body. It's the feeling center. So the feeling center is where you process data. You feel your way through events there, including events that the logical mind cannot make sense of. So you always want to check in with your body. And so this full moon, because of those transits that I just mentioned and the presence of Virgo, Sun in Virgo, it is really asking you to check in with your body. Even if it feels like a detour, it is a direct link to how you're truly impacted. And what I mean by detour is we want to just figure it out with the mind real quick. This is what's going on. So it feels like, tuning into my body, well, that takes time. Well, it's just a little more time. You literally just step back and notice how you feel. You acknowledge the body's innate wisdom speaking to you with love, with a message of love. It's like your personal advisor that comes through the solar plexus. If you would only listen to it, you would really be guided constantly from that place. So your body wants to work with you. And all these planets in the earth signs that are being activated during this Pisces full moon are saying, okay, you're on earth, you're physical, you are a soul that's incarnated into a physical body, and your body is communicating with you through the solar plexus, and it's just you and your thoughts that often work against the body because you don't pay attention. So remember, our minds have been trained through school, through our environment, through culture, through religion, through academia, parents, whatever it is, the internet has been trained, and that training has often come from sources that want you to perceive and perform in a very limited paradigm, in a certain limited frequency. So what you feel through your solar plexus is vital to how you actually are impacted, not how your conditioning is telling you are impacted. So one of the things about that limited paradigm is when you listen to your solar plexus, you realize how very significant you are. And you are very, very significant. There is incredible value in who you are, in what you intend, what you allow yourself to experience, meaning your attentions and the willingness to receive the experience in a certain way. This is all incredibly meaningful, and you really must know how significant your perception and your experiences are for the greater whole, which Pisces represents. So you want to feel a sense of great personal value in your ability to weave multiple realities, Pisces, of consciousness together and move into territory that is absolutely stunning, absolutely amazing. This very moment of existence right now, where you are, is truly ongoing. It's spontaneous. It's significant. Always keep that in mind and turn to your solar plexus, turn to your gut, because every moment that you are in is the only place where you can find yourself over and over again. It's there. So your physical body makes it real. It makes it a now moment, right? And as it happens, I have a free masterclass for you all about the impact of Venus, divine feminine, Mars, sacred masculine on the major shift that's in play in the 2020s. You can watch it for free at venusmarscode.com. It goes into the 5-pointed star of Venus, which is incredible. It draws a heart. You can see it in this masterclass. The secret meaning of letters V and M for Venus and Mars. The 13 phases of Venus, which line up with the 13 phases of the moon. You'll learn about the tremendous changes unfolding for humanity and Earth right now. This is not to be missed. You can watch it all at venusmarscode.com. So have a beautiful Pisces full moon, and I will see you in next week's Star Codes podcast. Lots of love.